Hello, Susan.
Hello, Kelly. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, is this Parent Dish?
I write for Parent Dish. I'm actually the parenting expert. They've now migrated over to Huffington Post Parent.
No kidding.
I wrote a book called Parenting Without Power Struggles, so I dispense advice every week.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I feel like I want to talk to you off camera at a certain point.
You can. You're more than welcome to. They have my number.
Please, I would love to.
And I'd be happy to send you a book if you'd like it.
I would love that. Yeah, I would. Well, I'll buy it. I like to support the causes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Buy
Actually, the book is out of print at the moment. It's available to self-publish because Simon & Schuster just bought it. So it'll come out officially, but you can get it online, and that's very kind of you.
I will order it online. I'm a supporter. Yes, it's important to support.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So tell me about what you're doing here today in terms of this partnership that you have with the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund and sleepovers.
I have to say that, I can't say it enough. I always say it, but Electrolux is one of these companies that is so generous and so family-oriented. And they said, September is back to school month, and we know with you and your kids, they're always at a sleepover. You're always having a sleepover at the house. This is true. Well, why don't we tie that in with, let's not forget that September is also Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. So why not have virtual sleepovers across the country, tell everybody out there about it. If they go to kelly-confidential.com or visit us on Facebook, every time you host a virtual sleepover party, Electrolux donates $1 to OCRF towards their commitment of $1 million. And they've just been incredibly generous and supportive of OCRF. And every time you do that, you're automatically entered to win an incredible, it's the most spectacular washer and dryer. I have them in my home. They've saved my life. I'm not kidding. They've saved my life a zillion times, because when you have like 6 kids over the course of a weekend, you generate a lot of laundry, and they're just the largest capacity washers and dryers, and they're eco-conscious, and they're gorgeous. I love them.
Okay. Do you have any secrets, based on your own experience? Like in my work, I talk about parents being the captain of the ship in their kids' lives, so that they scan the horizon for potential storms or icebergs or problems and avoid them rather than sort of dealing with them on the fly.
Right.
Are there any things that you do before a sleepover that help kids avoid homesickness, or you help avoid that, girls not getting along or something like that you sort of do proactively?
Well, what we do proactively always is if one child's going to have a sleepover, we make sure that everybody has a sleepover, because the child that doesn't have the sleepover is the child that's going to cause problems for everybody else. We try to make sure that nobody has head lice before they come over. In New York City, it goes around. It's like a wildfire. It really is.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. So
then you get to use your washer a lot.
Well, my girlfriend, you have no idea. We put everything in the dryer. It's like 20 minutes. You pop everything in the dryer for 20 minutes. It kills those little nits and lice.
That may be the most compelling
it
way
really
to
is.
sell the dryer.
I'm telling you, it's a lifesaver. And I never knew about that until after head lice swept through our house. We call it the head lice incident of 2008. But no, it's really true. So my girlfriends and I are all very close. Our daughters and sons are all very good friends. So we have that open dialogue of, there's not lice in your house, is there? So we try to keep that. We try to keep that suppressed, and we try to make sure that there's enough activities that are fun yet not too wild, so that nobody's bored, nobody's whining, nobody's getting in each other's business.
Okay. Good. And any favorite activities that you've sort of discovered are sort of big hits consistently?
You mean at sleepover time?
Yeah, sleepover activities.
Yeah, I find that there are some great old classic movies that we watch, and depending on the age group, they really just sort of never go out of style. My one girlfriend recently had a sleepover at her house, and all the teenage boys went over, and they put on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And the boys sort of watched it, and they enjoyed it. but the moms, we went crazy. We just couldn't get enough. We couldn't get enough of the movie. It was just the greatest, and you know, just everything. Sloane's jacket. Remember Sloane's jacket with the fringe? I was dying.
Right.
You know, it's like it was just great. So the moms were. We had fun, and the kids had a great time, but we really had more fun.
So I'll just ask you one last question, if you have another second.
Sure.
What prompted you personally to, affiliate or connect with this particular fund, the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund?
I'm trying to think of how many years ago it was now. 9 years ago, one of my closest friends growing up back home, we grew up together. She was my next door neighbor her house was behind my house growing up, and she died of ovarian cancer, and she thought she had basically I thought she had gas. I mean, and she was 10 years younger than I am now, and she never got to have a family. She never got to get married. And so it was with that I realized that I had a little bit of a voice, and that maybe I could do something to raise awareness, because I didn't know there was a cancer out there that was so treatable if caught early enough, yet there's no real way to know that you have it oftentimes until it's too late. So, so that's how I got involved.
Great, thank you. That is wonderful. I'm so glad you're doing it. I appreciate you doing that. I think we're going to speak again this afternoon.
I would like that very much.
So I'll get to ask a couple of other things. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my pleasure.